organizational culture is like a cog within a bigger machine. And it's not a small cog, it's a significant cog within this big machine that is the organization. And that you can use organizational culture as a lever to bring about the required changes in the business. So to align some, business objectives to behaviors, especially when it comes to measuring performance in the organization, a review of critical behaviors that impact the organization greatly is always a good place to start. And here one could consider aligning critical behaviors to certain business objectives, as I said.
Candy, I think there's a demand now for appraisals. In the old days, you would get one appraisal a year or a pat on your back, and that was it. And now people welcome critique on an ongoing basis, which allows them to manage their performance, their personal performance, more accurately. And firms are taking it much more seriously as a positive mechanism, as a cause for good, rather than to use appraisals purely as a way to penalise people financially at bonus time.
That's an interesting point. I was talking to somebody this morning who meets with their manager on a monthly basis, and this is it's a small company, but they do it for all employees. They set their goals monthly and they get feedback monthly. So there's never any surprises come mid-year. Yeah. And, this was a young 23-year-old. So it was really interesting to hear that's what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
They want to know how they're going all the time. They want those goals set.
Also, I think an approach like that is very timely, considering now with many of us working from home, you're missing that team environment, that office environment where you can just, turn over to your boss or your colleague, have a discussion, get some feedback and get on with your job. I think with us now working remotely, it's a lot more challenging to understand, are you on the right track? Where you need that support, obviously you can't be on the phone every few minutes with your line manager. So having a model or an approach like that, where there's this open dialogue, there's goal setting, there's mutually agreed goal settings, there's touch points on a regular basis, I can imagine from an employee perspective, you would feel as if the organization is investing in you as an individual, and therefore your contract with the organization, I think, becomes more meaningful.